Hello everyone, this is Prasanna Dasari from Prasanna Dasari Networks and I blog at prasannadasari.in. So I'm a blogger and I post videos not regularly, but I am willing to do that in coming days. So today we have a very interesting topic to discuss with. Before we start the topic, let's dive in. So my blog is an ad-free blog where I will post various kinds of content on self-help, self-improvement, tips and reviews related to various products. So I don't display any kind of advertisements on my website so that my users will feel it's a seamless experience and highest rich quality of content which is posted there. And this is a genuine content which is not promoted by any other brands. This is a own content developed by me. And a brief introduction about me is I'm a blogger and I'm also an author of a book called Dealing with Depression, and I have many positive thinking kind of thoughts within me so that I can share with you and we all together will come to a great peak of success in our attempts. So today we are going to discuss about an important topic which is related to the teenagers mostly. So these days there are many teenagers who are going some kind of a lot of troubles they are in, and there are many things which we like to share with them. So today's topic is how to be responsible in life as a teenager, and I'm going to share with you 10 tips for teenagers to handle the distractions which are faced by them. So my very first request with all the teenagers are there are many situations in our lives with more freedom. All the teenagers are only seeing through a simple thing the time has not come yet, or they also think that we have more time in the future. Well, there is nothing wrong with such thinking. There is always more time, and that doesn't mean we have to waste the time which we have right now. Responsibilities are only learned with responsibilities. What I meant to say is that there will be no mentor to teach you how to be responsible. You are your own teacher, and there are few things which will make you realize how to be that responsible person despite all the distractions the teenage life throws you at. So, being you, what does it mean being you? You should always have to be abiding with the rules and limits which you have to design on your own. Now, there might be any situation where it requires breaking the rules. You should stick with your rules and how to design these rules. We'll be discussing all this in this post. The first thing you need to do is stop wasting your time on things that are not important to you. As a teenager, your primary goal should be your knowledge, and there are many more ways to gain knowledge and education in these days. If you are unable to perform well like your other friends in education, then no need to worry about it. There is no and nothing that carries as important as your talent in education. It is the talent that which will make you stand tall and stand above all. I would like to write elaborately this time, so this post was a very long post on my blog. So right now I have made it into a video so that some of the users can have an easy access. So let's start from the tip number one. So my tip number one is to have a plan and set a time bound goal. So planning is in our brains. Since we learned what is wrong and what is not, having a plan means having a backup. Whether in the personal life or educational life, a plan will make us survive during critical times. So as a teenager, our plan must include your daily tasks, punctuality in our works, and focusing on studies. Goal setting is quite a big deal to the teenagers. They set goals and then within a few days they are gone. Hence, not just goals, let us design a particular lifestyle and follow it regularly. Set the goals in such a way that will make you to accomplish it within the time bound. Let the goal itself drag you towards a task. For example, if you are good at art and you are willing to learn the skills in art, set a goal with a time bound and this activity of learning this skill must not impact your other set of works like your assignments, etc. Let us say in 6 months I can draw on my own with the skills I learn. Be ready to write down your goal and keep it in a place where you have good access all the day. The skill set which you are going to learn must include the sources and also the time you are able to spend on learning it on a daily routine. If you find it too difficult to design it on your own, seek assistance from a friend who is older than you or anyone from your family. If you are a longer and going to do it all by yourself, then that is fine. Keep your mind clean and design and focused, and don't worry to create a goal which is a big and huge than your capability. Always remember that an unwritten goal is only a wish. So write it somewhere and read it. Back to our example in learning art, you need to find the sources which will offer you the best practices to learn, and they will impart the skills. And are you going to attend the classes offline or online? Then make a note of it. Be sure to maintain consistency, and then you will not be troubled to get into the goal and across it as achieved. So design the goals like short term, mid term, and long term. Long term goals are like something with a bigger outcome, like you being an entrepreneur, etc. Mid term goals will include your education, and short term goals will focus on your habits and interpersonal development. Make sure these all goals are associated with a time limit. A goal without a time bound isn't a goal at all, it will still remain as a dream. Coming to our next tip, that is a tip number two, handle the suggestions. So we have to learn how to handle the suggestions from teachers and elders, and most importantly, from the parents. Suggestions, advices, or recommendations. These are going to burn your anger and feel uncomfortable and insecure all the time. As a teenager, you will feel like being monitored all the time and judged for doing something on your own. That feeling when your proposal for doing something ended up in a rejection, it will make you feel insecure that your decisions are directly dependent on your parents or someone else like teachers. This place where we are living is always an open season for advice. People give us more suggestions than helping you out. As a teenager, you are more exposed to such situations and such things where people you meet will suggest you to do that and to do this. They didn't know your lifestyle. They didn't even know about you. They don't know anything about you, but they keep on saying things which are definitely enough to light up your anger. To handle this kind of awkward situation, you need to have an ear opened for such things and close your brain. It must act as a filter. You need to develop good listening skills, and then you need to filter all the junk and only send the valuable and most matter ones to your brain. Just like a filter does. Think once, what if the natural functionality of the filter goes down? It will allow the bad particles to enter into the system and thereby damage the entire system. So you should act as a filter of yourself. Likewise, whenever you encounter a person who might be an elder to you or even younger to you, and they are throwing all the ideas upon you, then you need to listen to everything they had to say and only take the good and useful part from it. To do this, you need to practice being patient and learn more things while listening even to the useless speeches all the time. This will not only help you to be a successful person but also make you more responsible. When the suggestions are from teachers and parents, you need to make more time to think about them twice or thrice. Even they are not a person who can just brainwash you, but they do things only with an attempt to make you a better person in the society. Just be a good listener and be a good filter minded. Coming to our third tip, and it is focused on attitude development, which is an important aspect in everybody's life. Attitude is everything. This saying might be the oldest one, but it is always true. Your attitude will decide the person you are going to be when you are grown up. Your decision making skills, interpersonal skills, thoughts, and interests, all these will make you a complete personality. It will make you a complete person. When you grow up, you will learn all the tactics, how to communicate with the people only with your own attitude. There is one thing in this world, good and being good. Whatever you do which is not accepted by your heart is called as bad. So if your skills are harming others, if your intentions are drawing the attractions of the bad people, then hurting the feelings of others, then your heart will warn you if you're not letting such things happen. Our thoughts must be clean, even it is bullying in school or commenting someone based on their physical appearance, judging someone based on their performance over a recent event. This is all considered as a bad attitude. So even the cruelty towards the voiceless animals, these all will make you a villain. You may not be aware that things which you do for a second will make you the violent one in the future. So you need to be very careful and precautious before you develop a particular kind of attitude and you project yourself as a good person. So there is nothing bad in the person. The situations and surroundings will make the person turn into something different than others. So you have to decide on which side you are going to take. If you are going to be a successful person, then develop an attitude that which will engage more people with you and more people will be able to approach you and clear their doubts and clear yours, then you will become a nicest person in their life. Coming to the tip number four, we have a very big deal here, comparison, which is done by so many, which is done by our parents, which is done by our teachers sometimes, and also by various people we meet. So there is one point we need to make clear over here. We need to stop the comparison kind of mindset. We need to stop focusing on the outcome of our performance. Then only we can perform well. It may be an exam or it may be a game. So comparison will draw out all the positivity outside from us. So we cannot perform in the end due to the comparison. So there is no need to compare yourself to others. So whether it may be in the studies, like I said, or it is in the games, there is no need to compare yourself to anyone. You are the unique person on earth. You have your own talents and capabilities, which cannot be possessed by any other. If you did the comparison in terms of study, dressing, lifestyle, etc., you must stop doing it right now. No one in this world is meant to be identical, and you cannot be a person who is more stronger than you, and the more strongest person than you cannot be you, who is very good at some kind of talent. You have your own talents. Young minds are sharp minds. Teenage is the only age you will be provided with tons of calories to burn and use them for good to learn new things and explore the vast knowledge. Besides, the comparison will develop a hatred inside. It will make the person hate the other who is compared to. You should let your parents know that there is no point in comparing you to the neighbor's children or your classmates or relatives. Everyone is different in this world, and all of us are innovative in our own ways. If your parents are constantly doing that, then you should keep a big check on them. And the next point we are going to discuss, and which is called which will falls under the tip five, is anger and stress management, which are the key skills we have to acquire. Anger is an emotion of expressing our reluctance of doing things that we dislike. One who is easy to get angry is a person who will involve in more disputes. So there is no need to get angry and there is no need to take stress. We have to learn how effectively we can handle these two together. Anger management and stress management are going to be your key assets in your future. So we'll discuss this more in the future coming videos on how to control our anger and how to manage the stress we are going through right now. The next thing, the tip six we are going to do is stop working for impression. You do not do anything for them to drag the attention or to gain impression of other people. That may be any person, but you are not doing your the work which you are doing right now to drag their attention. You are doing it because that may be your passion or that may be your dream, but never do the works to impress the other person because they are going to leave you at some points if you failed to impress them. My next tip will be the tip number seven, that is to handle the peer pressure. So the peer pressure comes where we have a group of people. So you must be very consistent with your decision. You should be either saying no or yes to a particular thing that which is came forward to you as a proposal. So the peer pressure friends are life. They assist us with many other things, but we should be ready to say no when it is actually the thing which we cannot do. Coming to the tip number eight, avoid distractions. There are many distractions in this technology driven world. So distractions for teenagers are in many forms: social media, sexual thoughts, fear of failure, fear of rejection, and gaming addiction. These distractions can be avoided with some better insight and clear practice. Coming to the tip number nine, avoid addictions. So whatever things which you are making you addicted to your television show or whatever the gaming show, you should be realize that you are addicted and do not forget to accept that you are addicted. You should accept and then you should make some necessary measurements and you should seek help to avoid these addictions. You should be ready to overcome them all at one single time. And coming to the last but not least, time management, which falls under our tip number 10. You should manage the time which you have right now. Time is valuable and you cannot gain the time which is already past. So you will get a more time when you are in teenage. You will get the time to study and you will get the time to learn more skills. So what I am here to recommend you is to maintain and manage the time and develop the attitude and develop all those 9 tips and you should follow them to make your life more productive. So let's see. We'll see in the next video. So in the next video, we'll be focused on the teenagers itself. So I'll be trying to post consistency videos on the teenagers and goal setting and some kind of topics which are related to it. So thank you for staying with me. So I'm bearing me and I'm really extremely sorry for my uncomfortable voice because I'm sick. I'm having this kind of voice. So I hope I will be giving a very good performance in the upcoming videos. So stay tuned and I will see you in the next video. Have a good day.